Hey gang, the market had a 500-point swing yesterday. It was intense. I can feel the fear and the frustration level with a lot of you coming through the emails. But I got something for you today. When I see 500-point swings, I see opportunity. So today I'm going to take you into my lab and I'm going to show you actionable trade entry, exit, and profit-taking technique. Talk soon. Okay, I'm looking at Hershey Foods Corp. Why am I looking at the stock? What makes me so interested in this stock today? Well, there's several things, and I'll go through them one by one. First of all, the stock is making a 90-day high. It's making a 90-day high while the overall stock market, the Dow's down 200 points, the S&P's down 28 points. So we can clearly see the stock is bucking the trend. This is the 50-day moving average, and I typically look for stocks that are trading above the 50-day moving average, which also means by definition that it's above the 200-day moving average, because the 200-day moving average is always below the 50-day moving average. So we're trading below the 200-day and the 50-day moving average. We're making new highs. The stock is breaking out of a triangle pattern. Over here you have an upslope, and here you have a sideways horizontal line. We're also not seeing a major rise in volatility, which is huge. That's very, very important. When you see a rise in volatility, it typically tells us that the trend is coming to a temporary pause or reversing. Right now, the volatility, the day-to-day trading range, as you can see here, is holding fairly steady. It's moving at about, roughly $2, $1.50 to $2 a day, which is fairly normal for a stock that's trading at about $100 a share. Now, let's take a deeper look. Whenever I trade a stock, I want to look at the underlying sector. I want to see how other stocks in that industry are doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the profile of this stock. And as you can see, the stock is part of the consumer staples. So let's take a look at the consumer staples sector. The consumer staples sector is trading above the 50-day moving average. It's close to its high, as you could see here, so it's clearly bucking the trend. It's also up for the day, and volatility is not really impacted too much as well. This sector is one of the strongest sectors right now. It's a little bit defensive as well. Now, consumer staples are typically stocks that are not impacted by global events. Well, we're seeing a lot of volatility due to global pressures. Earnings are solid, global pressure is what's causing the uncertainty, and uncertainty is what's causing the volatility. Consumer staples tend to stay on the safer side. There's not that much international trade with utilities and consumer staples, and Hershey is not a big international exporter. So for those reasons, I believe Hershey's is a good buy. The sector is strong and the stock is looking good, and it's breaking above the 90-day high. I want to see continued strength. So I would put a buy stop at around the 109.25 level, and a buy stop is when you buy the stock when the price reaches that level. So we want to buy on strength. And I would put a stop loss right around the 104.50, 105 level. Not above that, because volatility is a little higher than usual because of the market noise, and we don't want to be stopped out prematurely. Ideally, we would put our stop at the 103 level, but this is a swing trade. It's not a position trade. So if it doesn't go continuously up, we don't want to see a pullback. We don't want to see noise. We want to see a direct trade. We would put our stop loss at around the 104.50 level, maybe a little lower, 104 level, and leave it to see if it gets hit. And my profit target in this case would be about double my risk. So my profit target would be close to about the 120 level, which is about 10% of the price of the stock. And if the trade doesn't move my way for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I would just get out of the position. Hope it helps. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, I want to hear from you. Roger@wealthpress.com. Talk soon.